Hey guys, how are you? Welcome to Thursday morning, the Daily Juice podcast on the day of the NFL Draft. Day number 1 of the NFL Draft. This podcast being brought to you by BetMGM. You can always find us on BettingPros.com, wherever you get your podcasts, or also now on YouTube with video of this each and every morning. When I tell you that I am fired up for today, I'm counting down the hours. I cannot wait to get into this. I cannot wait to see how much money I lose. No, I'm kidding. But it's the draft, okay? You have to approach this with some level of understanding that it's going to be very difficult. This is crazy. This is insane. There are so many moving pieces. You guys who are in states like Colorado, Indiana, East Coast, I think Jersey, you guys can bet on this all day today. For us in Vegas, we haven't been able to get all of our books close up because our laws are stupid here in Las Vegas, and you can't bet as of 5 o'clock on Wednesday night. No more betting on the draft. Because why? Because the books like to have everything in a row, and all those pesky reporters with their pesky reports put it out there as to what's going to happen today in the NFL Draft. I got 4 bets I told you about 2 nights ago. I've got 3 more bets I'm going to tell you about today, and a flyer that I'm going to tell you about as well. And I'm not going to bet anything else today. I thought about doing like a fun parlay, but I don't want to. I'm going to be locked in to one thing and one thing only, and that is the NFL Draft. So we're going to have 7 bets going in the NFL for the NFL Draft, and we're going to sit back and we're going to watch, and hopefully everything turns out the way that we want it to turn out. So I've got a ton of things to talk about right here at the top. But first and foremost is an invitation. If you are not watching the draft with buddies, with friends, family, wife, girlfriend, whatever, come watch it with us on the Discord channel. This is so neat. I got swag to give away. We're going to give away Daily Juice t-shirts like I'm wearing right now here in the Daily Juice video on YouTube. You can see one of these great Daily Juice t-shirts. Do you want one of these? Well, come hang out during what we're calling the Discord stages, where we're going to hang out. I'm going to bring people up. We're going to hang out, me, you, Dan Harris, all together for the draft. I'm going to hang till like pick 17, 18, and then I got to bounce. I don't know how long Dan will hang, but we're going to go for like 2.5, 3 hours of just hanging out. I'm going to be drinking, so it could get really kind of wild and fun, but we tested this tonight with a couple of guys. We invited one person up, a guy named Rich. We invited him up to kind of do it. And like light bulbs went off in my head as to like, this might be the coolest thing we have done. Like, YouTube is neat, right? It's cool. The Discord channel is neat. It's cool. This is game changing. When I tell you game changing, like, we're going to be able to do live podcasts. Like, we're going to be able to do, as Dan Harris and I decide what games we're going to pick for our team, like that podcast we did last year for our DraftKings team, we can do that live with you guys. You can listen to the logic of the two of us going back and forth talking about what bets we're going to make, and then you guys can come in and be like, you're stupid, guys. This is dumb. I mean, we can crowdsource picks. This is going to be so neat. So first, you must be in the Discord channel to be able to be a part of this, first and foremost. Secondly, 7:45 Eastern Time, 4:45 Eastern Time, or Pacific Time, rather. You've got to be on the Discord. And then look, you'll see where they list all the different channels. You're going to see at the top a little invitation where you see live audio. You're going to click on that. It's going to take you in, and you and the rest of us are all going to hang out. This is going to be so fun. I cannot wait. So if you're not watching it at a draft party, or you're just kind of hanging out on the couch, second screen it with us. Got the first screen, second screen it with the Discord channel, because we're going to have a ton of fun. We're going to be giving away, if you get picks right, I'm just going to bring people up. What's the pick? If they make the pick, then you guys can get in. If you're right, you're going to wind up winning a Daily Juice t-shirt like the shirt I'm wearing right now here in the YouTube channel. So that's all happening tonight, 4:45 Pacific, 7:45 Eastern Time, for the first round of the NFL Draft with us, the Daily Juice, BettingPros.com, and Dan Harris, and yours truly. Cannot wait to get this going. It's going to be so fun. So I'll talk to you later tonight for that. So before we go any farther, I need to remind you, and Dan Harris is going to yell at me if I don't push this hard, we are giving away the Trae Young jersey in 3 days. Autograph signed Trae Young jersey. Have you left us a review yet? If you haven't, please do us a favor and go to Apple or Stitcher, leave a review, screenshot. bettingpros.com/juice. bettingpros.com/juice. Drop the picture in on the form, and you are entered in. If you've already done it, you are entered in. But we're at like 700 reviews. That's really kind of slowed down. But Trae Young, if you've never done it, or you're new and you haven't heard about this before, we give away stuff every month on the Daily Juice. So leave us a review. Positive, negative, whatever it might be. Apple, Stitcher, leave the review, screenshot it, drop it in for us. bettingpros.com/juice, and you are good to go. This podcast is being brought to you by our friends at BetMGM and the BetMGM NBA Parlay Boost Token. Get a 10% boost token on any NBA parlay. The offer is available for all you guys. Go to BetMGM, the sportsbook. You can find the welcome offer by using that promo code JUICE100 to get in, and you get a 10% boost on 2 parlays a day, 2 legs or more. With BetMGM, 10% boost on your winnings for hitting a parlay. So very cool stuff coming up for that. All right, so here's where we are. Justin Fields, under 8.5. Okay, that's his draft at -198, half a unit. Okay, that's the prop that I have. Really that's an important prop. I need that. So what I've got now, I've got 3 with the Niners. I've got 4 with the Falcons. I've got 7 with the Lions and 8 with the Panthers. Panthers just traded away Teddy Bridgewater. 8 could be the play. Okay, 8 might be the spot, and every book's at like 7.5 or 6.5. So I'm glad that we're at 8.5, even though we paid the juice for it. 8 could be the play where Justin Fields winds up going. So I'm cool with that still. The quarterback's being taken over 5.5 at +460. More on that in a second. We've got that going for a quarter unit. We've got over 18.5 offensive players being taken at -112. I still feel very good about that, with 6 quarterbacks potentially being taken, 5 wide receivers, 5 offensive linemen, and we get right there to 18.5. We should get to that prop. And then which quarterback gets taken first? Jones, Fields, or Trey Lance at +265. It's probably going to be Mac Jones. That bet's probably wrong. But it's a good flyer. Okay, good flyer for a quarter unit at +265. All right. So here are a couple of different flyer bets, but I'll tell you first and foremost on a flyer bet I am making. All season, all college football season, the Justin Fields number 2 pick in the draft was the thought. The New York Jets have the number 2 pick in the draft, and the New York Jets are going to do New York Jet type things because they are the New York Jets. They are a joke. They've been a joke for a very long time, butt fumble and all, right? So here they are with the 2 pick. What happens if the Jets don't jet? What happens if they actually make the right pick? And the right pick is Justin Fields. Not an injured quarterback who's had both shoulders, I believe, operated on. Not somebody who played at BYU against inferior competition. Not somebody who, maybe he's the next Patrick Mahomes, but maybe he's also a complete and total bust. What if the Jets don't take Zach Wilson with the 2nd pick? What happens if it was a big, elaborate smokescreen? What happens if it was just not real? What they said was never the choice. They were always taking Justin Fields. What if that's what they do? Taking a guy who is seasoned, experienced, has a grasp of what to do with the quarterback position already, could step right in and start day 1 for the Jets. Justin Fields at number 2 is +1,600 at DraftKings. $10, guys. All right? It's worth $10. It's not an official play because there's no way you can't do a 0.1 or point whatever it is. You can't do that, okay? But $10? $10. Justin Fields at +1,600 to go number 2 is a play you should make. It's worth it. I think there's a chance. It's a long shot, but something I had Dan Shanka on my show for a month, okay? I heard a couple of sports gambling people that I respect last night, and they have all said that what if the Jets come to their senses and realize what Zach Wilson is and why it's a dumb pick with the 2nd to go on a flyer with Zach Wilson. Take the known commodity. Take the guy who is the better player, and that is Justin Fields. So If Justin Fields goes to number 2, one, plus 1,600, high. But secondly, our under 8.5 easily comes in as well. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm saying there's a chance. It's worth the flyer for Justin Fields to go number 2 and the Jets to have an elaborate smokescreen, and it throws everything up into the air and the whole draft spins and everything becomes like a oh my gosh night. Okay? It's worth it. For an official play, however, though, I have 3 of them I want to give you. Okay? Let's start with the quarterback spot. All right? I have bet, like you guys know, that 6 quarterbacks go in the first round. Who is going back in at 29, 30, 31, 32? What team might be coming back into the first round to take a quarterback, and which one will it be? Well, I don't know about that, but just in case that we're wrong, I want to get my money back. And I can get my money back with Davis Mills over Kellen Mond draft position. That Davis Mills, the quarterback for Stanford, comes off the board before Kellen Mond does at minus 200. Okay, I'm putting a half a unit on this. So it's a little bit of a hedge, but I win back my bet essentially for getting it wrong if only 5 quarterbacks wind up getting drafted. It's also a day 2 bet potentially, so it gives me some action into Friday, which I like. So it's not just a day 1 bet, it's a day 2 bet as well. I do think Davis Mills comes off the board before Kellen Mond. I don't think Kellen Mond is a very accurate passer of the football. He's an athletic player, but I don't think Kellen Mond, he's an NFL project. He's in the ilk, and everyone's saying, well, look what Dak Prescott turned into. All right, fine, maybe, but Davis Mills is a dude who, you know, as somebody once said, if you went to Central Casting and said, give me a quarterback, it would be Davis Mills. Big, strong, 6'4", 225 pounds, big arm, looks the part of a quarterback in the NFL, not very mobile, but what a quarterback is supposed to look like. He fits that part, and it's very smart. He goes before Kellen Mond. Half a unit, minus 200, Mills over Mond, draft position, maybe even round 1. Maybe somebody comes up late in the first round and takes Davis Mills, and we hit 2 bets for that. That would be beautiful. There's pick 1. Pick 2. Javonte Williams over Travis Etienne is an interesting bet. I don't know if there's 3 running backs. They're all going to be drafted high, first, second round. Najee Harris to the Steelers is starting to feel like really popular, and a lot of people have made that bet. I'm just a little concerned about having to wait all that long and having no one jump ahead of them. It feels like betting a golfer to win before the tournament. Like it could happen, but it's a real long shot to nail that. Everything's going to fall perfectly for the Pittsburgh Steelers to go ahead and draft Najee Harris. So I'm not really there. But I do think Travis Etienne, there are some people that believe that Javonte Williams is the number 1 back in the entire draft, better than Najee Harris. All you need is one team. And that one team to draft before they go Najee Harris and then Williams, that's really possible. Okay, that's very, very possible. In fact, even likely that that's what happens. Travis Etienne's got some questions, some issues there. He's a great player, but people think maybe the other better options, more explosiveness. Williams, tremendous career in college. It's plus 157. It's plus money. Williams to be drafted before Travis Etienne, to be the second back essentially, maybe in the first back, but the second back drafted, plus 157 and a quarter unit. I like that a lot, okay? That's a good plus money bet. And then I've got a flyer upon flyer, okay? And I already gave you that Fields at plus 1,600, but this is another flyer. Penei Sewell, the first non-quarterback to be drafted, is plus 700 at a quarter unit. DraftKings has this. Look, let's play it out. Quarterback, top 3 picks, right? If it goes the way we think it's going to go Lawrence, Wilson, and Jones. 4. The Falcons need an offensive lineman, okay? They need an offensive lineman. They might take quarterback as well. That would leave 5. And you would have Joe Burrow and his desire for Jamar Chase and the coaching staff's desire to draft the best offensive tackle to protect Joe Burrow. At the end of the day, what normally wins out when you have a franchise quarterback? Not the toy, the protection. I'm just going to say when it's time for the Bengals to be on the clock, or it's time for the Falcons to be on the clock, or they trade it to somebody who wants the 4 pick to go get Sewell, out of Oregon. He's the first non-quarterback taken, which is generally what happens. Wide receivers don't wind up going before offensive linemen that could be generational talent for a decade. Wideouts are great. I don't care what. At the end of the day, these are football guys. And football is won in the trenches. And the fact that you have an offensive tackle sitting there and you're not going to take him if you need to protect your investment in Joe Burrow at plus 700, why not? It's worth the flyer. It's worth it at plus 700 at a quarter unit. Okay? So those are the three official plays. Mills over Mond at minus 200. Williams over ETN at plus 157. And Sewell to be drafted, the first non-quarterback drafted, at plus 700. Okay? One more unit in play, combined with the 1 unit plus that we've got in play going on here for us today. So again, to recap, all of our picks for the NFL draft, okay? Fields under 8.5 draft position. 6 quarterbacks taken in the first round. Over 18.5 offensive players taken in the first round. Lance to be the first quarterback taken between Jones, Fields, and Trey Lance. That's 3. That's thinking that the Niners would wind up taking Trey Lance at 3. Mills over Mod, Williams over ETN, and Sewell, the first non-quarterback taken. And the flyer for fun bet, if you want to join in, is Justin Fields at plus 1,600 to go number 2 to the Jets overall to shock the world. Coming on. Reminder, tonight in the Discord channel, our live Discord stage event during the NFL draft for the first round. Dan Harris and myself. It is free to get in. BettingPros.com/chat or the link below me here on YouTube to get in to the Discord channel to be a part of this. We're going to have you guys do basically a live mock draft to win Daily Juice t-shirts like the one that I'm wearing right now. So much fun. We'll talk to you tonight. The draft is here. Let's go. My name is Matt Perrault. You can follow me on Twitter at SportsTalkMatt. Every single morning, it's the Daily Juice podcast brought to you by BetMGM.